Errukbian prestaketa fisikoak berebiziko garrantzia du. Kontaktu asoko kirola da eta gorputzak asko sufritzen du bestela. Erresistentzia, indarra, abiadura, guztiak landu behar dira errukbian punta-puntan aritzeko. Horregatik gaurkoan Ordiziara gerturatuko gara, bertako taldeak egiten duen prestaketa gertutik ikustera. Hasteko ikustezagun jokalari profesionalek nola prestatzen duten beraien burua. Taldeak esfortzu ekonomiko handia egiten du euren zerbitzuak eskuratzeko eta jokalariek konfiantza horri erantzun behar diote. Horretarako, gimnasiora gerturatu gara, Jim Dixon Ordiziako zuzendari teknikoarekin hitz egitera.
Okay, welcome to Ordizia Rugby Club. Going to be talking today about some of the fitness and conditioning that we do for the players, for the first team and the academy players. Firstly, to talk about pre-season. Usually we start pre-season training about 3 months before the start of the season. So in about May time, the boys have about a month to 3 weeks break, where they have a rest, and then we start again with their gym training. One of the problems that we have here in Ordizia, or maybe in the Basque Country as well, is the people aren't very big. So we have to do a bit more work to work on the power and the strength of the players. For some players it's been a very new experience, and for others they're very dedicated trainers. Like the captain Johannes and a few of the older players, they've got a very good mentality when it comes to their training. So, but it's been good for everyone, I think, to improve and develop, not just on the field but also off the field as well. So for pre-season we start in about May time, and the boys will do 2 months of very heavy weight training. So they'll be doing 4 sessions a week in the gymnasium, and then 2 sessions a week on the field, working on this speed and skills. And then when we get closer to the season, we move into to doing power training and more speed work and aerobic as well. So that's what we do for pre-season. During the season, the programs are different for the players. For the professional players, it's a little bit different to the amateur players or the local players as well. They have a lot more time to train, so we do a lot more work with them away from the team. So their normal week consists of about 7 sessions, 6 to 7 sessions a week. They do 2 sessions in the gymnasium, then they do a separate training session on the field, which will be skills and speed training, and then they'll also do the 3 sessions a week with the team. As well as working on their rugby, they also do a lot of work in the local schools. So we go to all the schools around Ordizia and the surrounding area in the province, and try to promote rugby and Ordizia rugby. And the boys have been very successful in promoting the game locally, and we've got a lot more players now in the junior teams playing, which is really positive for the club. But the attitude of all the players has been very good. They've really taken on the new change in training techniques and the new philosophy of training under myself, and we're starting to see some very positive benefits, in particular for the younger players. People like Julian, Emmanuel, those young lads have come on really well, and they've been training very hard. They're playing at a high level for their age, so it's very important to have very good conditioning. For the local players, it's obviously very difficult. My expectations are very similar for the professional players and for the local players. But I understand, obviously they have to work every day in a normal job and go home, and they all have families here as well. Some of them have young children now, which is a new thing for the team. So yeah, they have a similar program to the professional players, and they work very hard. People like Johannes, Mikel Mate, Xabi Lerma, they're very good. They're very dedicated, and they put in a lot of work. And physically they're exactly the same as the professional players. And I have a lot of respect for those guys. They have to work very hard to maintain a high level of quality to play in Division Honour. Obviously, do a lot of physical training and also play in the games on the weekends. So we have to ensure that they eat good food. So all the players have got a diet, a recommended diet that they're supposed to try and follow. Some of the players are very good and follow the plan, and some of the other players are not so good, but that's normal for life, I suppose. We supply the players with supplements as well, so the professional players take protein powder and recovery L-glutamine to try and help them recover from the games and also from training. Yeah, after the games is the most important time for the players' recovery. We have ice baths for the players, so as soon as they finish the game, they're straight into the ice bath to help their muscles recuperate from the game. Also, if there's players with injuries, the physios will see to them very quickly to make sure that diagnose what the problem is, and then we can work during the week to try and help fix the problems. Another part of the game which we try to improve is the players' sort of mentality, the psychological strength to play in the games. This has been somewhat successful and in some ways not very successful. We still have a major problem when we play away from home, which upsets me somewhat, but what we do is as a team we sit down at the start of the season and on a regular basis, maybe once a month or before games, and we decide, or the players decide, what their objectives are going to be for the month. We don't really need a lot of motivation when we play at home. We have a very good crowd, and the people here in Odethia are fantastic and support us so well. So the boys are always motivated to the highest degree when we play at home. But yeah, something we need to really work on is obviously away from home. For me, I find it a little frustrating, and it's something we really need to improve, but we're getting there slowly. So hopefully the first game we win away from home will be against Bera in a few weeks' time. We try to personalise all the gym programs for the players. So the forwards, for example, will do a very different program to the three quarters. So for example, today we've got three groups working, the professional players work in three groups. We've got the two props, Thomas and Devon, working with Tom Parker, and then we have in the three quarters we have Blair Cook and Phil Huxford work together, so they play at the back together. And then we have Corey and Tom Dillon working together. So the forwards do a lot of more of strength work and very short explosive power exercises, because they have to do obviously work in the scrums and in the lineouts. So there's a lot of emphasis on working to make sure their legs are very strong, their abdominals, and also their upper body, their pectorals, and their back. For the three quarters, for Phil and Blair, it's a little bit different. They do a lot more work on their upper body strength, but not trying to get too big. And the same thing for the legs. They don't do too much work, just enough to keep their strength, and then they do a lot more work on their speed and their power. So you'll see later on when they do some of the exercises, you'll be able to see the difference in the work that they're doing, to give you an example.